Good morning. Welcome to the Better Business Workshop. Today, we're asking the question, where's your focus? Are you focused in the past? Are you lost in the future? Or are you rooted in the present? And to discuss that, I'm joined with my colleague, Gareth Hughes. Gareth, good morning. How are you? Great to see you today. How are things?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yes, brilliant. Thanks. Looking forward to this one. It's a good one.
Let's get started.
So we're asking the question, past, present, or future, where's your focus, right? Why is this important, Gareth?
Yeah, I think, this is really important because a lot of people go off of experience, what they've experienced, and they make decisions on their past experiences, which is great. But don't forget that past experience is bias, right?
Yeah.
We all have a cognitive bias about our past experience, and the standard line I use here, Mark, is if a business owner has owned a business for 20 years, what I ask them, they say to me, I've owned this business for 20 years. What could you possibly teach me about my business? I say something like, is that 20 years experience or is that 1 year's experience repeated 19 times? And if we're really honest with ourselves, we have to say it's 1 year's experience repeated 19 times. Yes, equipment gets upgraded, and yes, new staff members come in and stuff like that. But in reality, it's 1 year's experience repeated for the last 19 years.
So often. We're going to have a look at present and future as well in a second. So let's have a look at some slides. All right. Yeah. Look. So let's just talk through this, Gareth. Exactly what you said, really.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we all have a cognitive bias, and a really good book to read on this is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. And what he explains in there is, our experience is usually wrong, which is a bold statement to make, but actually he backs it up with the science, and that, our gut instinct, that people always say, go with your gut. Actually, that's probably not the best thing to go with, right? The best thing to go with is evidence that you have in front of you. And we anchor our decisions in the past as well, and rightly so. In when we were cavemen, that served us well, right? But now we've got data and we've got analysis, and we can discern data as well, which means that we're much more. If we make a much more informed decision, we're much more likely to make a better decision.
Yeah, we often think that term, that term around anchors in the past. Just because that's the way it's been in the past doesn't mean that's the way it's always going to be. It's not the way it's going to be now, the way that's going to work out in the future, right? So let's have a look at what the slides say about looking in the future then. What does it say there? Let's go there. So, unfortunately, too many people spend too much time living in the future. And, I hear this so often, it'll be okay when. So, people think it's going to be okay when they arrive rather than enjoying the journey of getting there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard that before as well. And I hear it almost on a daily basis, actually. If only I had, a good economy, if only I had better staff, if only, the economy was different, right? It'll be okay when the economy picks up. It'll be okay when interest rates go down. That's the time to buy a house. Buy a house then, not now, type thing. And the reality of the situation is there's never a good time to buy a house. Just like there's never a good time to launch a product, or you start a business, or change a business, or buy a warehouse, or anything like that. There's never a good time to do that, right? The best thing we can do is leave our emotions at the door, really, and approach it from a objective kind of angle, looking at the numbers, looking at the data, and making sure it all works.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, and too many people. So, folks, look, don't live in the future. All right, don't enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey towards the future. It's not about kind of arriving and thinking that everything's going to be okay when you get there. Life is what happens now, not what happens.
Planning is good, right? I always say we should plan. We should make a plan. But as I was often told in the military, no good plan survives first contact with the enemy. And it's not the plan that's important. People forget this, right? It's not the plan that's important. It's the process of planning that's important. That's the situation. That's why you plan. You don't, like, I know this sounds really counterintuitive, but you don't plan to have a plan. You plan because that enables you to think about what could happen, what might happen, what if it goes well, what if it goes badly, so that you can react to any given situation. And I say this, I'm not a natural planner. I am 100% a shoot from the hip, fly by the seat of your pants kind of guy, right? And even I recognize that it's the process of planning that enables you to succeed, not the plan itself.
Definitely. So this idea of intention versus attention, right? Let's get stuff done now. It's about the actions that you take right now that are going to shape and build your future. It's about the stuff that you get done, the stuff that you do today. If you take action and you do the right things today, then the future will take care of itself. Don't worry about the future. As long as you're doing the right things today, then the future will take care of itself, right, Gareth?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you hit the nail on the head with the right actions there. I think all business owners know what they should be doing, but they get distracted with staff issues and HR and supply issues and everything. And the right actions kind of gets put to one side. And there's a great kind of focus in the RAF pilots, or pilots in general, actually. When there's an emergency in the aircraft, their saying is aviate, navigate, communicate. So aviate. So you've got an emergency going on. Aviate. Fly the damn plane, right? Make sure the plane is flying. Don't do anything. Don't get bogged down with any distractions. Just fly the plane, right? Then it's navigate. Find out where you are, where you need to be, right? Yeah. And then it's communicate. And so tell the rest of the world what you're doing. Okay, so aviate. So I think this is a really good thing for
a great one, guys.
Business owners to live. Right? Yeah, aviate, navigate, communicate. Fly the plane, find out where you are, where you want to be, and then communicate and take the action.
Brilliant. That's absolute gold. I love that, Gareth. Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant to have you on again, as always, Gareth. Folks, look, if you want to kind of jump on a call with us and get some more of that gold, then come to a 30-minute strategy review with Gareth and I. You can book one via the website. Go to miltonkeynes.actioncoach.co.uk. In the meantime, look, there's a ton more gold like that over on our social media channels. Go and have a look for the Better Business Workshop group, either on Facebook or LinkedIn. Come and join us there. I'll put the link to those in the comments as soon as we finish this session. In the meantime, Gareth and I will be back on Friday. Gareth, thank you so much for joining. It's been absolutely brilliant today, and I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday, right? Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Gareth.
Cheers.